The compound interest scam? No, you're just below the poverty line, revealing the real threshold of wealth accumulation. Chapter 1. The Hidden Entry Ticket: Why the Charts Are Lying to You. Almost every financial advisor shows you that same seductive curve. Invest $100 a month, and in 40 years, you're a millionaire. You followed the rules. You stayed consistent for 3 years. Then you open your account and realize your total returns wouldn't even buy you a decent suit. You start to wonder, is compound interest the greatest marketing scam of the century? The truth is, compound interest doesn't just have a time requirement, it has a mass requirement. Compounding has an unspoken sensory threshold. Before your assets reach a certain critical mass, the rate of growth is so slow that it is instantly swallowed by inflation and your daily cost of living. If you invest $50 a month, even with a 10% return, you've only made $50 in a year. What does $50 change in your real life? It doesn't even cover a nice dinner out. This is why most people quit in the first 5 years. It's not that compound interest isn't working, it's that your input scale is so small that the returns remain statistical noise in your actual life. Chapter 2. Cold Math: The Real Fate of the 3 Contribution Tiers. We have to face the numbers. Let's look at the real-world purchasing power of different monthly contributions, assuming an 8% annual return on the S&P 500. Tier A, $50 a month, the survival edge. After 10 years, approximately $9,200. In an inflationary world, this might barely cover a major roof repair. After 30 years, approximately $74,500. Sounds like a lot? Adjusted for future prices, this might only cover 2 years in a nursing home. The verdict: compounding is virtually invisible here. This is an emergency fund, not a life changer. Tier B, $500 a month, the middle-class starting line. After 10 years, approximately $92,000. Now you can actually feel the money working. The $7,300 annual return can cover your insurance or a chunk of your rent. After 30 years, approximately $745,000. This is a massive leap. Compounding is awake. Your principal is now just a fraction of the total. The rest is a gift from time. The verdict: this is where wealth begins to breathe. It has the power to shift your life trajectory. Tier C, $2,000 a month, the Financial Freedom Accelerator. After 10 years, approximately $368,000. Note this: even if you stop contributing now, an 8% return generates $29,000 a year. After 20 years, approximately $1,170,000. You've crossed the $1 million threshold. The verdict? Compounding is no longer background music, it is the main theme. You have officially entered the stage where asset income greater than labor income. Chapter 3. The Truth of Phase 1. You are the engine. Before your assets hit the $100,000 mark, stop obsessing over market tickers. In this stage, your rate of return is almost irrelevant. Your contribution rate is the only god that matters. Many people waste too much energy trying to find a fund that earns an extra 2%. Let's do the math. If you have $10,000 and work all year to move your return from 8% to 12%, you made an extra $400. However, if you focus on a side hustle or cut costs to save an extra $400 per month, you've added $4,800 in a year. Increasing your input is 12 times more effective than chasing returns. Furthermore, the input is 100% certain, while the return is a gamble. In phase 1, 0 to 100K, you aren't investing, you are forced saving. Compounding is just a small bonus on those savings. Real wealth explosion requires your initial snowball to reach a significant weight first. Chapter 4. Finding the critical mass, the $100,000 psychological magic. Why $100,000? Because at 100K, an 8% return is $8,000 a year. That's $667 a month. In most cities, that pays for a mid-range car lease or your entire grocery bill. This is the first time you feel your money is actually going to work for you. From 0 to 100K, this is the agony phase. You are fighting your desires, fighting boredom, and fighting invisible growth. From 100K to 200K, the time required drops drastically because the interest earned now accounts for half of your monthly contribution. From 500K onwards, wealth enters autopilot. Even if you stop working for 3 months, the account growth likely still exceeds your salary. Chapter 5. The Breakthrough Strategy. How to violently cross the threshold. Since we know scale is the key, how do we execute? Income allocation first. Stop treating investing as saving what's left at the end of the month. The second your paycheck hits, move the investment out like a mandatory tax. You live on what remains. The 50% raise rule. Every time you get a promotion or a bonus, put 50% of that extra income directly into your investments. The other 50% goes to improving your life. You accelerate your wealth without feeling deprived. Stop yield anxiety. If your savings are under $50,000, don't touch high-risk leverage or shitcoins. Your job is to stabilize the base. Focus on increasing your hourly rate and cutting unnecessary social expenses. Chapter 6. To those walking through the dark tunnel. The cruelest part of compound interest is that all the fruit is at the very end of the branch. In a 30-year investment marathon, you might only see 30% of your total gains in the first 20 years. The remaining 70% explodes in the final decade. Most people die at year 19. If your account currently only has a few $1,000s and your returns are just pennies, don't be discouraged. Your effort today isn't about those few dollars in interest. It's about paving the runway for the explosion that's coming. The world doesn't need everyone to be a genius investor, but it rewards those who see the mathematical truth and are willing to trade patience for freedom. Tonight, re-examine your monthly contribution. Ask yourself, am I playing a small game I can never win, or am I going all in to cross the threshold that changes my destiny?